Okay, so this is Gran Chaser on the Saturn. Just a quick gameplay, just to show you what it's like. It's a game I have recently completed. It's not a terribly long game, to be honest. It's not as big as Wipeout. It's only a couple of tracks, and the story mode isn't that long. But I just thought I'd do a quick gameplay, show you how it runs. This is the Japanese version, so it's running on the Japanese Saturn, and I think it's a great game. I think it's really good. Probably not as well polished as Wipeout, but still pretty fun to play, and yeah, very playable. So yeah, let's do a few races and I'll show you how it goes. So like I said, it's one of those kind of futuristic races, and probably one of my favourite kind of genres of game. I love all these high speed kind of racing games, and let's choose a car. You know, the Wipeout series. I love Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I love Extreme G on the Nintendo 64. It's all kind of futuristic high speed racing, and all these kind of games always have, you know, quite a good soundtrack. Obviously, apart from, I guess, the Star Wars one does have a great soundtrack, but that's Star Wars music. But they usually have, you know, this kind of, you know, techno futuristic kind of soundtracks or rock music, and they're quite good. So that's why I like them. But I'm waffling a little bit now. Let's. I think I've chosen a sled. Let's choose a course now, and there's some quite. So these are all the courses you can get. This Evo Flammus level, this is basically locked until you complete the game, then it unlocks. Each course has two different kind of tracks, effectively. Let's go for Terra. We'll go to level 2. That's just like the basic opening kind of level. Probably one of the better looking tracks, to be honest. So yeah, the way the game plays, like I said, very similar to Wipeout. You've got these power-ups that you collect during the race, and you can use to kind of lob. You only really get one weapon, to be honest, and it's kind of like a missile. I think this is the game I'm talking about. Yeah, and you kind of have to kind of lob it at your enemy, so it doesn't fire straight like a homing missile. It kind of lobs over their head, and you have to kind of measure where your enemy is for it to hit. One thing about the kind of controls of the game, they're very. I mean, you can, depending on what ship you pick, you can tweak your controls, and the responsiveness of them is different. But with this ship especially, you can see it looks kind of very like wobbly on the screen. It looks kind of uncomfortably. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like the craft kind of looks like it's a bit of paper and it's just being blown around the screen. You know, I don't really like the way it looks, to be honest, but I mean, it does control pretty well. I just think it's a little bit floaty looking, if that makes any sense. I think there's some different view options. Let's see if I can change the camera. There we go. We can zoom out a little bit there. And then I think there's like a cockpit view kind of, is there? Yeah, you can go right in like this. What am I pressing now? B button is kind of like a boost button, and you've got a little boost gauge there, so you can press it, and every time you press it, it kind of gives you a little boost. Not that I think it makes much of a difference whilst playing the game. I never found during the story mode that the boost is really that powerful, to be honest, but I guess it depends on what ship you pick. I do really like the layout of the screen. It looks good, it's nice and clean. It tells you how many weapons, how many bullets you've got to shoot. You know, it tells you your speed. Not again that that's really relevant, and you know the speed of the game isn't as high paced as Wipeout can get. I mean, just some of the courses do have quite fast parts of the track, but during the story mode, you do find that when there's lots of different vehicles on the screen, that there is a bit of slowdown. Unfortunately, it does affect the speed of the game, so it's not a constant frame rate, unfortunately. But you know, playing this time trial mode is pretty good, nice and smooth. But again, it doesn't give you a great sense of speed as other games like, you know, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer and Wipeout actually do. But I can see where they try to go with this. Try to go with this game. Let's do one of the darker levels, and we'll try a different vehicle just to give you a little sense. Each vehicle obviously has its own. Did I just choose my vehicle? Oh, you have to choose the computer's vehicle now. I forgot. Yeah, all right. Yeah, each car has their different, obviously, their different stats, so they handle and perform differently. And each of the tracks are actually well designed. I do like each course. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button there. There we go. And this course is very nicely. I do actually. This is one of my favourite courses because this kind of course reminds me a bit of what's the game? F-Zero is another high-speed futuristic racing game, and this kind of reminds me of one of the F-Zero courses on the Nintendo 64. Obviously, it's not as easy to get around that section there, but it's a nice little course. I'll see if I can use one of my weapons on this guy, and no, that hasn't worked. Oh, there's the weapon. Alright, it's the C button is fire. I forgot about that. There we go. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up. This is quite a quick course. It's very short. Picking up a bit of speed now. So as you can see, there's a little kind of like a detour route. Like each course has its own little. There'll be a section on it that you can kind of take a shortcut, but sometimes shortcuts are not actually shortcuts. They can take you longer to get around. So it's up to you which way you go. Oh, come on. Can I take him? Come on. Oh. So those weapons you kind of have to lob. You have to kind of time it right so it kind of explodes, and when the enemy gets caught up in it, it kind of slows them down and allows you to pass them. I lost that one. So we'll do one more course. We'll do the final course. I do like the last level because it's quite open. So we'll give that one a go. Actually, do you know what? I think there actually is... This is not the last course. I don't think it's available in this mode, is it? I might be wrong. Is this the one? I'm not too sure. Oh, I've gone backwards again. Yeah, no, this isn't the last course. There is actually another course that's available in story mode, but I don't think it's available in this mode. So you can see there's little things you collect on the course there. They give you a missile effectively, so try and pick them up where you can. I mean, at first glance, when I first saw this game, I didn't think much of it. To be honest, it's one I thought I'd give a miss, but I really had a kind of a real kind of what's the word? I felt like playing a lot of Saturn races, and I thought I'd give this one a try because I was playing a lot of Wipeout lately, and I think it's one that I'm glad I picked up actually, because it's not as bad to play as I thought it was. I mean, it does look good. I mean, it's got great. There's no horrible pop-up in there. It's very smooth to play, obviously in certain sections when there's not a lot of other things going on the screen, but it's got a decent soundtrack. It's not a bad game at all, and it's very cheap, you know, for a couple of pounds. It's well worth it, I reckon. It's well worth a try. It's a great stopgap, you know, it's a great alternative to playing Wipeout. Again, like I say, it's not probably as polished as the Wipeout games, but it's a good game in its own right. I do like the heads-up display, like I've said as well. I mean, I keep mentioning it, but I think it looks quite smart, and it does look quite futuristic. So that's it. That is Gran Chaser. Should we do one more track? I'll do one more track, and we'll give you a look at another one of the courses. So let's change our sled. They're called sleds. So yeah, make of that what you will. Let's go for this one. It looks like it's got good braking, and we'll give the computer. We'll give him this one. And let's go for, where have we been? Let's go for this one. Level 2 on this one. This video is going to take hours to upload, I know. My videos on YouTube are taking so long to upload lately. The last video I did took over 7 hours to upload. It was an absolute joke. You can get a little speed boost at the start, but I keep missing it there for some reason. Anyway, yeah, good to use the boost when you come out of corners there. It's a nice little place to use it. So I mean, look, it's got a good little kind of. This level is a good example of the draw distance on the game. It doesn't have horrible pop-up as a lot of some races do on the Saturn. It's got lovely visuals, and what was the race where I was playing recently? Not Rad. What is it called? Gale Racer. I mean, that's an arcade port, and that's got some real horrible pop-up in it. But a game like this, especially a game that's supposed to be kind of high speed, you know, like this one, it's good that it doesn't have that problem. So I'm pretty glad of that. Look at all those bullets up there. Oh, I want to get those. Oh, whoops. Oh, hang on. Bashing the sides. I think that's one thing that's kind of apparent in these kind of games. You know, they're built to be high speed, but the courses aren't that. The tracks aren't that wide, so you end up banging off the sides quite easily. That's something that's very apparent in Wipeout as well. But the thing is with this, you don't slow down as much as you would in Wipeout. The thing is with Wipeout, when you hit the side, you tend to slow down quite considerably. But this, you seem to keep your speed up in this, which is quite good. I do like this game. I really do think it's worth a couple of pounds, and worth a play if you can find it. Absolutely, it's a fun little game. Oh, can I go up there? Get some bullets. There we go. Oh, I've got one. And that's it. And that's Gran Chaser on the Saturn. So that's a Sega game. That's a Sega release. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'll do some more Saturn races, and I'll see you next time. Bye.